Hi, welcome to this video. We're going to cover WP Pipeline's Google Analytic reporting and management. So we've incorporated Google Analytics directly into WP Pipeline as a separate module, and you can select that from the page view up here. Select Google Analytics, click, and you'll bring us to the page that you can see now. Hopefully you will realize the importance of having analytics on your websites. There's a couple of very good reasons for it. One, for instance, if you're going to sell your sites or hope to sell your sites later, then most buyers will expect to see some verified Google Analytics of that site, and having good analytics from Google will give higher value or a higher sale price for your site. And of course, if you're keeping sites yourself or making money, then you need to know what traffic you're getting, where that traffic is coming from, how that traffic is converting, how long they're staying on your site, and all the various details that you can tweak your site for, which will improve your income effectively with doing no extra work, i.e. no more backlinking or no whatever. You just make your traffic convert better. And of course, you can do things like identify the keywords that are being used to find your sites and be able to write targeted pages or targeted posts for those. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I'm not going to go into in-depth into Google Analytics specifically. There's a lot about how to use it, both technically and to actually improve your site. And you can find that information simply by Googling, Google Analytic tutorials in Google itself, and there's plenty of videos and plenty of written tutorials covering all that information. And if you're completely stuck, then there is some starter's guide, etc., within Google Analytics itself. So the first thing I'm going to go, let's just go to Google Analytics, and the quickest way to go there, we've got to click here for Google Analytics, and that opens in a new tab. So we just click on that, and it will take you to your Google Analytics account. Now, if you haven't already got an account, this page will ask you to sign up for an account, and we'll just follow that. It'll lead you through and sign up for a Google Analytics account. It's completely free to sign up and completely free to use. As I said, if you've never seen Google Analytics before, if you've never used Google Analytics before, then go up to the help button up here on the right hand side. That will bring up the Help Center link, and go to the Help Center, and in here is managing analytics, is getting started, setting up tracking, etc. So there's a lot of good information in here to get you off the ground. Okay, so before we go any further with that, we're just going to go back and do some more basics. So let's go back to WP Pipeline. Now, to be able to get the analytics from our sites, the Google Analytics tool needs to be able to talk to the sites, and the sites need to be able to send that information back to the Google Analytics master itself. So to do that, we're going to install a plugin. Now, I've made this very easy for you, as usual, within WP Pipeline. Down here is the plugin you want. It says Google Analytics. And if I click on that, it'll take you to the page. Simply right-click on the download button and copy that link location. Okay, we can now go back to our main control panel in WP Pipeline, and we can simply paste that URL into the plugin box, and we can add that plugin to our plugins library. Okay, there we are. So what I'm going to do now is install this plugin. I'm only going to put it onto one blog for now, but of course you could put it on all or whatever many blogs you want. I'm going to use this, I'm going to use the Best Interview Answers blog here just to demo. So let's install that plugin now, and we can do that, mass install the plugins. As I said, I'm only doing it on one blog, I'm only doing one plugin, but you could do as many as you like, of course. See that's starting to install there. So just go back to our WPP pipeline. You'll see, in fact, it's in and done. And you see the blog remains checked, so it's only a matter of just selecting activate that plugin, and similarly it will activate the plugin. Okay, great. Now we have installed our plugin on our blog or blogs, and we can go back to the Google Analytics module or the Google Analytics page, and we can continue to work from there. Now the first thing we need to do is to add this to Google Analytics itself. So let's just go direct to Google Analytics, and this time we're going to go to the admin link at the top of the page here. This is where we go and we want to add anything. Now in the beginning you'll need to add an account. I've already done that, so I'm not going to add a new account. I'm going to go to my existing account because I want to put all my particular blogs under my one account, and now I get the option to add a new property. It says web or application because you can do mobile sites as well, or mobile applications. So I'm going to do a new property. I'm going to do a website, and pretty much everything's already set for me. As you can see, you've got the option of the Universal Analytics Beta or the Classic Analytics. Now, those of you who already have Google Analytics and use the Classic Analytics. If that's what you want to use, that's absolutely fine. If you want to try and use some improved versions of, then I suggest you use the Universal Analytics, the beta version. For those of you starting out fresh, I suggest you go straight for the beta version. You haven't done the others, so let's just go straight for the one that's going to become the main line analytics in the future anyway. Okay, so there's a couple of things under here you do need to fill in. These are fairly obvious. So we need a website name. Now, I usually just call it the shortened version, so I'm just going to list this bestinterviewanswers.com. You also need to put the URL itself in. Don't put the HTTP in, I'll take that off, but you do need to put the full name in, I suggest. So don't forget if it's got www in front of it, make sure you do that as well. These are not compulsory, but suggest you fill it in anyway. Kind of select what type of site it is. So just select your best option. Don't worry if you haven't got an exact one. In this particular case, it's interviews, so it's jobs and education. And you can put your reporting time zone in there as well. It says here, get a tracking ID. Now, we don't actually need the tracking ID as such, but we need to click on the button. So let's just do that. And that's great. That's done that for us. And it's given us a number of manual links that we can now add to the site. In fact, there's a tracking ID there. Look, it's whatever it ends in 9312. There's a particular one for mine. Might worth just remembering that. As I said, we don't need any of these because we're going to use the plugin. So let me just show you how easy that is. So we're going to go out of here now back to our WP pipeline. And as I said, we're in our analytics module, and we've still got our best interview answers selected, and we simply need to set site analytic code, which is already selected in the box there, and just click just do it. That will open up a new tab and take us straight to the configuration page. I'm just going to get rid of that message there, and all we've got to do here really is we need to authenticate with Google that this blog can be added to the analytics. This you'll see why we do this now, because it actually makes life really easy. So we just authenticate by clicking there. It'll go off. It'll check against your own account. Obviously, at this point, you haven't got a Google Analytics account. You won't be able to do this. So you will need to have a Google Analytics account at this point. So let's just grant access to our account by the site. And that's kind of done. What this does do, of course, it gives us actually a list of the profiles on the account. So these are the entities, if you like. So we know the 9.3 was the one that we just added to it. So we just said that one before. So sorry, 9.3.12, and there it is. All website data 9.3.12. That's the one I just added, and I'm going to now add that. Update Google Analytics settings, and we're done. There we are. That's absolutely done and straightforward. So now the analytics are linked directly to our blog. So with everything done, we can now go back to our Google Analytics. I'm just going to close all those tabs off for the moment so we can just see this clearly. I'm going to click here, just reopen the Google Analytics up once more. And that opens up with all our accounts. And if I look down here, you should be able to see our best interview answers. There we are, is added on. Now, so there won't be any data for that for the moment, so I literally just added that in. But let's just have a look at one that's got a bit of data on it, and you kind of see what you've got. As I said, I'm not going to give you a full tutorial on this. Kind of need to learn this yourself. But as you can see, there's the kind of analytics you get. You can see this site's got 10 to 15 hits a day. That's unique visitors a day, so it's a good little lead capture site. You can look at things like new visitors v returning visitors. You can look at the bounce rates. And of course, there's a lot more things like demographics, behavior, technologies, etc. That you can go through. So look at language and location. So as I say, pretty much everything you would need to know about it is contained within the Google Analytics. And this is all captured now automatically for your site. Okay, so that's it. Very simple, very straightforward, and very easy to get your site running under Google Analytics.